Carlyn. I'm gonna start over. Okay. Woo. Hello. My name is Carlyn. I have decided to create a knitting YouTube podcast, or a YouTube that's dedicated to knitting and crafting and different creative things that I do. And yeah, I've decided to name it Messy Knits. I don't know, I was looking for words that kind of fit how I approach knitting projects, and messy felt like the right one because I'm a little messy, but also knitting has always kind of seemed like, or it used to seem like something that was too precise for someone like me to really enjoy. And what I've learned is that that's not really entirely the case. I think a lot of people enjoy knitting for its precision and like more mathematical things, and some people enjoy it for other reasons. I really like the fiber, I really like colors, I like making things, I like making mistakes and then learning from them, and just kind of like throwing myself at new techniques and different things, and just being messy. And definitely all of my projects are a little bit off. I think that's just how handmade things go, but that's kind of the point, and I enjoy that. So yeah, a little bit about me. Like I said, my name is Carlyn. I live in Brooklyn, New York. I've lived here for 6 years. I'm currently in graduate school. I'm married. I have a wife. I live in Brooklyn with my wife and my cat. His name is Snacks. And yeah, I'm in graduate school for mental health counseling, so returning to school later on in life. So that's been a new experience. I'm 1 year in. And yeah, my hobbies include knitting. I do a lot of knitting. I love gardening. I love making random little things. I deal with mental health issues myself. I've struggled with anxiety and depression, and I've been diagnosed with ADHD, so I might kind of be a little like all over the place maybe, but I think that's okay. And yeah, I think it's almost kind of fun. I mean, it's not always fun having ADHD, but a lot of times it is fun because I get to just let it run wild and pick up a million different little crafts and have fun with them. So that's a little bit about me. I'm gonna go into kind of like the normal podcasting layout. I've tried filming this twice before, and I kind of like as practice rounds, and this is the first one that I hope I will publish. I will put on the internet. So a little bit scary for me, a little bit uncomfortable. So anyway, so yeah, normal podcasting vibes. I will start off with finished objects. Yeah. Okay, so this one was a while ago. I finished this probably beginning of spring. But it's the biggest thing that I've finished in a long time, so I'm gonna count it in. This was a cute sweater. This is the Stripy Affair sweater by Veronica Lindberg. She's Kudavakika. She's Finnish, and she has a YouTube, and she also published a pattern book. Woohoo! And my wife, actually, Marissa, she bought me all the yarn. She bought me the book for Christmas, and then she bought me the exact yarn that I would need to make this pattern. And it's Knitting for Olive, and it's Knitting for Olive merino with Knitting for Olive silk mohair held double, so it's 3 strands held together. And honestly, it's very luxurious and soft and makes me feel like expensive. And I've finished other sweaters before making this one, but I think this is the one that I'm proudest of. The other ones were kind of not the best in my opinion. There were like different issues. They were from Wool and the Gang, so it was mostly what's the word, like seaming, and this was top down. So I started the back, knit all the way down, I think, and then picked up the front, knitted the front, came into the center, knitted in the round, just stockinette, changing colors, and then the ribbing, and then obviously picked up for the sleeves and the neckline. I was on Sleeve Island for a little bit, but I got off of it. I think I've found that mixing up multiple patterns or multiple projects, so something that's all stockinette and then something that's maybe like lace or like a sock or something that's gonna keep my mind busy, is a good way to stay on track, stay excited about knitting. So yes, that is that. It's cute. It looks really good with like a pair of blue jeans, which I love. Next finished object, I finished this. I knit this for Marissa we went to a wedding. My cousin got married. Yay! Congratulations, Fallon and Meg. And my wife wanted something to cover her shoulders and her back a little bit, but it's obviously pretty warm, so nothing too heavy. So I found a pattern online. I don't know the name of the pattern, but I guess it's like Wedding Shrug or something. And I just knit this guy up. I honestly did not enjoy knitting it because it's silk mohair, so it's lace weight, and you can just see every imperfection. And I was trying to knit this really fast. I knit this in like probably a week because the wedding was coming up fast, and this was knit in Knitting for Olive silk mohair. I had leftovers from the sweater before, and did not enjoy knitting it. Also knit flat, so I don't know. It felt like it took forever. It looks messy. It is messy. It's not very good, but that's okay because it worked really well. And it looked beautiful in the light. It's very like flowy, and I think honestly, it kind of like could complement a lot of things. I can't see myself, so I don't know if this looks good, but pretty. Love. So the color of this mohair, I don't know. I want to say putter. It's like in Danish or Swedish. Powder? Maybe not. Maybe that. I'll probably try to add that in. So that is another finished object. And then along with that, I had like a whole, not sure why, I did not have anything planned for this wedding for me to wear, but I did like plan like a whole ensemble for Marissa, which is cute. We have So we got married last year, and we have a lot of like random white formal wear, so like dresses and tops and different things that we don't really get to wear as much now because they're white and we don't wear a lot of white. Also, when you're going to a wedding, you don't want to obviously wear white. So I was like, oh, we have this dress that you love. Why don't I dye it? Let's figure out how to dye it. So then I did all this research on dyeing. I thought that I could do it with onion skins, and then I found out that the dress was made of polyester, so you can't do natural dyes on synthetic fabrics. So I did more research and got RIT synthetic dye. It's really cool online. You can kind of like choose the color and they'll tell you how to, it'll be like 1 tablespoon of this and 2 teaspoons of this color. And you make it yourself on the stovetop. So I got like a massive pot and you put that in, you bring it up to a boiling, which takes like so long because there's so much water in it. And then you essentially have to keep it on the stovetop for however long. I think I kept it for an hour. And you have to keep spinning it, otherwise the dye will be heavier in certain parts of the garment than others. So yeah, it was exhausting. I felt like a little witch. But yeah, it was really fun. So I'll show you the dress. I also had to like steam and iron it a million times and it's still wrinkly. Wedding's over, she looked great, but so this is it. I honestly can't really see if you can see it, but there are a few imperfections that probably had to do with it getting caught. There's also like this underlying lining. And I couldn't figure out, like, it kept bubbling up to the surface, and then, yeah, it was a little stressful, but I had fun doing it. But yeah, so you can see like there's some pooling of the dye right here. And then it kind of like drips down here. So not perfect, but honestly, for paying overall, the shrug was nothing. The dress we bought before, and then probably like $10 on dyeing it. Not too shabby. I don't know if you can see oh my god, my face is totally cut off. Wow, okay. Yeah, so it turned out really well. I think that she looks beautiful. My aunts and uncles were like, oh, wow, Marissa's beautiful. And I was like, I know. Okay. I'm gonna take a sip of water. Next up, finished object is this Penelope Kerchief. And I knit this up in, I wrote this down. This is why I wrote it down. Fibre Company Road to China Light in the color Appetite. It's like a kind of like turquoisey blue-green. And it's like a mix of like cashmere and alpaca and wool. And we got it on sale, so that was great. This was definitely, did I already say this was a free pattern? This was a free pattern. this was definitely there. There's been Adderall shortages, medication shortages, and I've been on a break from school, so I didn't have my medicine, and this was one of those situations where I was like, I don't know, woke up in the middle of the night and was like, I want to make this with this, and just started, just kind of like went for it. So random choice. I also had never done lace before, so it was my first time doing lace, so that was exciting. My sleeves are just falling off. What else? I hadn't done I-cord edging before, and so much easier than I thought. Like, really easy, really great, looks so nice. Yeah, I love this. Free. I would make this again. It makes me feel like a little prairie woman when I wear it, which I love. Who doesn't love a prairie woman? Okay, so that is, do I have anything else to say about this? No, I don't. I loved it. I had to restart it a few times because that's just, usually I have to like restart, when I start something new, I have to restart it like 3 times because I'm not careful. I'm a little messy and I just go for it and then I make mistakes. Yes, so that is all my finished objects. That is it. Next up, we have my works in progresses, whips. I'm gonna make sure that this is filming, right? It is, okay. Got a little nervous there. Okay, so my current works in progress says, doesn't feel right, the plural. I'm currently working on the Corran cardigan, and I've like really gotten quite far. So this is, I'm making this with Blue Sky Fibers worsted weight 100% cotton in the color Lemonade, so like a bright yellow, and the cotton, I was trying to figure out like what it reminded me of, like the feeling, and not in a bad way. Like it's very soft, it's nice, but it does kind of remind me of like a cotton ball, obviously, because it's cotton. Yeah, and it's just like not as fun to knit with. It's a lot, obviously, like tighter. There's not a lot of give. It's soft, but like it doesn't feel like wool. So obviously, so yeah, that's been an adjustment. It's all over lace, and I messed something up last night, so I have to go back. But I think I'm pretty close to being done with it. I'm gonna do a short sleeved, the short sleeve version, and I'm doing the round neck. And this is my first time doing like a cardigan. I've only ever done like a pullover sweater, so buttons. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be really cute. Also, the color reminds me of butter, which I guess is good. I like butter, so. But yes, I think it'll be really cute with a pair of blue jeans again. Also, it's really hot outside in the summer, obviously, and then when you go inside, sometimes it's still hot, and sometimes it's really overly air conditioned. So I think having something like this will be nice to kind of like be able to throw on. Also, I'm trying to wear more skirts and dresses because I also think that they're a lot cooler to wear than like shorts. So I think it would look cute over that. Although I'm kind of having an identity crisis anytime I wear a dress because I'm definitely like a winter girl when it comes to dressing. Like I love wearing boots and pants and sweaters. Like I think that's where I thrive. Wearing a dress, I kind of feel, I it's like, it feels kind of like gender weird for me. Like it's just a little too girly. I don't know how to like really work it yet. Yeah, that was a lot of information, but I want to get like, you know, a full sleeve of tattoos or something, and then that'll feel a little bit more like balanced out for me maybe. Anyway, that's the Corran cardigan. It is by, I haven't named any of the people that these patterns are by, so my bad. But it is by Rebecca Clow, Creabea Knits, and she's in Scotland, which I'd like to be in Scotland. That would be nice. Yeah, so that's my biggest work in progress right now. I've really just like been like jamming on it to see how much progress I can make if I only focus on it, but then I make a mistake and then I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this, but I will get back to it. And then another work in progress is the Yoko top, and I am knitting it in Knitting for Olive Cotton Merino. Don't know the color. I'll have to look. And so far so good. I would say that I don't really enjoy knitting ribbed stitch, because I just feel like it kind of, I can't really get like the same flow that I would get even purling, I guess, in like stockinette. So when I knit continental, and when I purl English, unless I'm using kind of like bigger yarn. So like the lace pattern, I'm able to do the purling continental with, obviously this is like fingering weight, so it's very light, and the needles are small. They are US 2.5, 3 millimeter. Just doesn't work for me. Also, I have a tremor in my hands, so sometimes it just gets really frustrating and annoying. So yeah, I'm just knitting all the ribbing English style, so not as fast, but once I get a flow, it's okay. But yeah, would prefer to not be doing rib stitch. Overall though, this pattern is quite confusing in my opinion. It's a Knitting for Olive pattern, and it's gonna be so beautiful. I think like it kind of wraps around. This is the back, so I think right here this is gonna wrap around. Oh, I'm scared I'm gonna drop this. And then I have to do the other side, and then there's like an I-cord that wraps around, and then I-cord straps, and I think it's gonna be beautiful. I'm really excited for it. But yeah, the pattern's confusing. First time I did it, I messed up the increases. That's fine. Figured that out. And then just continually, sorry, I got scared it wasn't recording again. Continually messed up over and over again. First time, so I ripped back, I redid it to fix the increases, or messed something else up, ripped back, did the increases on the wrong side, so annoying, ripped back, did the whole thing again, got pretty far in the pattern, and then realized there are a bunch of rows that say work 4 rows even, and for some reason I just didn't even think about it and just ignored them and didn't realize that they were supposed to be worked 4 rows even, so I just didn't do that, and I think I cried. I think I actually like so dramatic, but I like kind of like threw the work across the room. It was one of those moments where I was like, I hate knitting, but I don't hate knitting. It was just like a really upsetting and sad moment, but here we are, and it looks good, and I gotta keep going on it because it's gonna be It's gonna be beautiful. Do I have anything else to say? I don't think so. I think that's it. Yeah, just keep going. I don't know why I'm giving advice. I believe, yep, those are my current whips. So just those two. Next up is acquisitions, and also maybe I'll do like patterns that I am planning on making. Okay, to start off with, I'm planning on making the James and Watts Look at My Holes pullover. Again, I just think it's a really great like layering piece. It's all over lace again, so yeah. I don't know I don't know about doing lace right now, but I do think it would be really like cute over a bathing suit at the beach, cute over a tank top or a dress, just good layering. And I actually bought the yarn for this, so I bought Kilborn Woolens Mojave in the color, ooh, this says lavender. This is not lavender. This is like a periwinkle. Maybe it is lavender. No, I don't think so. So yeah, I'm planning on making that. I tried to do a gauge swatch 3 times. Wasn't paying attention very well and kept doing it wrong. There's like a special decrease that happens, and yeah, I don't know. I just kept doing it wrong, so I gave up, and I don't know, I guess I started the Corran cardigan instead. Yeah, I'm planning on making that. I think I'll do short-sleeved. Kelborn Woolens Mojave is fingering weight, and it's cotton and linen, I believe. %60 cotton, 40% linen. So that's cool. I think it's actually the recommended yarn, so that also feels good. It's interesting. It's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it actually. It's a little bit, nope, I got nothing. It kind of feels like maybe like string. That's not a good description. It seems nice. I'm excited to try out knitting with it. String. I don't know why that feels like really insulting instead of saying yarn to say string. But, so that's my plan. I don't know if, I think I'm planning on next up knitting a, I really just want to do a tank top, like stockinette, like no ribbing, no lace, just easy peasy breezy Maybelline. So I picked out I think it's called Tarsu. Why don't I check? It's Albina McLaughlin, Irish. I'm a super big fan of Emma Robinson of Woolly Mammoth Knits, or Woolly Mammoth something, and she's always making these patterns, so that's kind of like what got me started there. And then let's see, Trasnu, which means crossing in Irish, which is cool. And yeah, I actually just went to my local yarn store, which is Cleo's in Brooklyn, in Williamsburg, and literally just now, and bought some yarn for that. So I'll show you. I got it wound and oh my god, it's beautiful. My Swift is barely hanging on. Okay, this is loud. I don't know if this is ASMR or just loud. So I decided on doing, I was really between colors. I couldn't decide between this peachy color with the green or peachy with like a lavender light purple or the green with the lavender light purple. And honestly, I still don't know if I made the right decision. However, these look really nice together. And Marissa's really into like the color science of what seasons you are, and I guess I'm probably summer, which means, I don't know, I can never figure it out. It means I should wear like lighter colors, I think, like more like toned down, like not super bright colors. I'm wearing probably not the right color for me right now. And I think like a light pink actually looks good on me, even though my skin is the color light pink. Like I feel like this is the color of my flesh. Like a little naked mole rat, but that's okay. But yeah, I decided on these two because it feels very springy and like reminds me of flowers, and I don't know, I just went with my gut and I think it's really cute. And the yarn I bought is Sami, S-A-M-I, by Amano, and it's 100% Peruvian Pima organic cotton. So again, 100% cotton. And yeah, I think it's beautiful. I'm really excited to try that out. I felt like I was so awkward in the yarn shop. I usually get very overwhelmed and like sweaty because I'll get there and I'll be sweating, and then and then I'm like looking at all the yarn and I'm really excited and overwhelmed. So I tried to make like a list of exactly what I wanted. No one was there. It was just the two people working there and me, and I spent like probably like 20 minutes just trying to figure out what I wanted, just standing there, just sweating. There was no music playing either, so I was just so awkward. But yeah, Cleo's is a great shop. It's so cute in there, and Cleo, the owner, is very welcoming and awesome. Also, this store is shared with their sibling who sells cameras, or like it's a camera shop as well. So check it out if you live in the New York area. I also then continued to buy things, and I feel really guilty about it, but that's okay. So I also bought more. What are these? What would you call these? Stitch holders. I honestly I love them. I love them. And I feel like I have so many things that are waiting on stitch holders or like yarn, and oh, it's so satisfying to just put it on the end of the needle and just like slide all your stitches on. So I got more. I also got one of their little measuring tapes. I lose these everywhere or break them. I got some cheap ones from Amazon, and the top of it, like this little thing, broke off, and now I can never use it again. I lose them and it drives me crazy. So I'll be like using like a construction measuring tape. So yeah, I bought this, and it's so, yeah, it's just really cute. And ooh, I love it. Okay, let's see how I feel like this is probably not the way to do it, but I think I did that wrong. However, it's cute. I love it. And maybe because it's so bright, I won't lose it. Probably will, but that's okay. I also got this pom-pom maker in citrus. I honestly, again, like was just overwhelmed and just let myself buy many things, which I really shouldn't have. I really wanted a pom-pom maker because I want to make, I'm really into decorating for holidays, and it's Pride Month, and I want to make some pom-poms and like make like a garland, like a rainbow garland with some leftover yarn. So really didn't need to buy this, really shouldn't have. Single income household over here. But I did, and I'm actually very excited. And I don't even know how to use it. It says it's gonna make small pom-pom maker. You can make smaller pom-poms by wrapping less yarn or trimming more. Okay. Ooh, this is so fun. This is like an unboxing moment. Take a break. Make a pom-pom. Okay. Oh, it's so cute. It's like made of wood. Wow. Oh, I'm excited. I'm gonna really have to figure out how to make them. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna have like a Pride themed party maybe. I actually literally haven't told Marissa, my wife, that I want to make it Pride themed. So that was literally, I should let her know that I've been thinking about that. But yeah, I texted her and I was like, I'm so sorry. I bought a bunch of stuff and I bought a pom-pom maker so we can make Pride themed pom-poms. And she was like, hey, no worries. So that's great. Oh, look, it has its own little bag. That's great. Oh, I'm excited about that. That's gonna be like a fun, satisfying project. Anything else I want to make? Ooh, it says only wool yarn. Okay, sorry. I think that's it. I think that's all I got. Okay, I guess I need to wrap this up. How do I wrap this up? Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video. If you, oh God, if you liked it, click like, click subscribe, alarm bell on for alerts. Nope, not sure what that means. I'm hoping to make more videos like this, depending on how fast I knit. Also, I can make like other videos. I love watching knitting videos. It's very soothing to me. So depending on how successful this is, I will be continuing to make them. But yes, thank you for watching, and bye.